All right, folks. So if you watched us on the show, you heard us on the show, and you're seeing this, you've now tuned back in, and Bo is going to tell us how people can go and hedge their bet and be protected from this. But Brent, you had a question.
Well, no, I just have a comment. And when Bo and I were talking in Las Vegas, and we didn't get enough time together, our wives spent more time talking than we did. But anyway, you know, I coined the phrase back when I was managing money that it's people acting out their neuroses with dollars. All right. And what Bo has done is, because people don't really change to a great degree, he's gone back and looked at those historical trends that match up with the current trends, because guess what? It's all about risk return, you know, risk aversion, getting scared, FOMO, all these different things come back into play. And basically one of the reasons I think his timing is so good is it's built around the fact that people really don't change to a great degree. I mean, we have different things that we play with and different things we invest with, but the general human nature of people is going to fulfill itself monetarily with these various investments. So, Bo, you were going to tell us where you're thinking Bitcoin's going to go, since you just announced that today is the last low.
So that's correct. So those of you who are scared about buying cryptocurrencies, again, I'm not here to give financial advice. What I'm here to do is to warn the world about things to come. People should pray within themselves, listen to themselves, make personal decisions, okay? But if you think everything's fine, then do nothing. But if you look at the world and you seriously think that everything's fine, like you go first, I can't see how you could actually think that just turning on the news and looking what's going on in the Democratic parties and it's just insane what's going on in the world. But what you're watching is literally the battle between good versus evil. As crazy as it sounds, that is what we're watching going on within our government right now. And I did have a prophecy out that was basically from a few years ago that basically prophesizing what's going on, and it basically said great evil will be uncovered at the highest levels of power in America in fall. So elite fall and fall. So fall ends on the 21st of December.
Wow.
So we still haven't into, whatever, today's the 12th. So we're supposed to, and we're already seeing evil being uncovered. Look what happened with the IG report came out yesterday. You're seeing evil being uncovered. You're seeing the truth getting exposed. And with truth will set you free. And the truth is basically exposing the evil that's been within our financial and banking and our world monetary system here, especially these three-level agencies here within the US. It's been infiltrated with evil, and you're seeing what's going on right now. Because when one goes down, they all go down. That's the problem. That's why they're all backing each other up. And that's where the battle is so great right now. And so what we're seeing is this massive shift about to hit the world. And when the truth gets exposed, guess what happens to the stock or the equity markets and the dollar? Paper monetary systems will plunge, okay? They will plunge. They're gonna go straight down. And the market crash, and the prophecy again is supposed to crash of the century, 2019. So what does that mean? I don't know, but does that mean maybe the largest one-day market collapse in history? That's probably what it means. What I'm thinking is supposed to happen possibly next week or a few days right before Christmas into the 24th. But something epic's supposed to happen, and that sets the fuel in the fire for Bitcoin and the cryptocurrencies. And also what I truly believe in is in the physical aspect is the gold and the silver. And so we're about to see this massive shift. So those of you who were afraid to buy Bitcoin, for example, at $3,122 last December, okay, you have another opportunity to be buying it here right now, just around the low 7,000s. But if you draw a line sideways, what it's showing you is that the channel low comes in at about the same point right now. So buying today or at these low 7,000 level, okay, is equal or equivalent to buying Bitcoin at around $3,200 last December, okay, because it ain't going lower. So now, without giving the specific more month, because you actually can calculate the month and the year of when Bitcoin's supposed to top and the next top comes in. I will tell you, without giving the year and the month, that Bitcoin, the next top comes in over $300,000 for Bitcoin.
Wow.
Okay, so wherever the price is right now, oh my gosh, Bitcoin's $7,000. How can I buy a Bitcoin at 7,000?
3,000.
If it's 3,000, okay. My point is, Bitcoin was $8 in 2012.
Yeah.
Okay, it went up to 1,000. Then it dropped down to $155, and then from $155, it ran up to $19,666 when we called the top in 2017 in January of 2018. From the current levels now, for it to make a move over 300,000, completely plausible because the math works. And so, and that's only crypto, that's only Bitcoin. Imagine what gold and silver are going to do. So the financial system is about to blow.
Yeah.
Let me add a couple things, and this is just from personal experience. You know, I remember back in the about 86 time period here in Texas, you know, things were rocking and rolling, all right? But all of a sudden, everything came to a screeching halt. And part of the problem is that a lot of the wealth was oil-based, oil tanked. Well, guess what? Now all of a sudden you realize that most of the real estate development was backed by the oil money that all of a sudden shriveled up. So then the real estate market shriveled up, and boom, and a bang and a bong, and then everything starts to cascade down. And so the fact that we have got around the world banks depending on other banks, all of them dependent on fiat currency and on debt from other things and derivatives and all this other kind of complex manufactured investment, once that starts to unravel, it will be ugly. That is for sure.
Yeah.
And I think we've seen just in recent times where you have, you know, oil base underneath the real estate base, and the two of those collapse together. But man, when we start looking at having kind of a collapse of you know, a cascading effect, not only in one country, but bleeding over into the next country and the next country, it's going to be a wild ride.
Yeah.
Exactly. And this is, again, what I said earlier. Listen, deep down, listen to people need to deep down listen to themselves and just, make personal decisions for yourself and for your family, and don't turn the news on and listen to what they're telling you, okay? Because what if it's all a lie? Which it is, but what if it was? What if it's all a lie and deep down something's wrong, okay? Yeah. So you have an opportunity right now to act on that.
Yeah.
But the time is so limited, it's ridiculous.
You bet.
They're so limited in time right now. But the point is that if you think everything's just going to continue to be great, it won't, and things will suddenly change. And the key word here is suddenly, and I completely agree with what you're saying with relation to the real estate, is because when the dollar breaks, and this is a pay-per event, so the dollar breaks, the stock market breaks, and guess what happens when the dollar and the stock market break? The bond market breaks. Yeah. Do you know what happens to real estate when the bond market breaks? Everything's propped up with the bond market. So it's going to be, this is an event that's it's in Bible prophecy, this is the third seal of Revelation, where it's called a rebalancing of the scales, okay? Once this event occurs, we're never going back.
Wow.
Okay, never. Trump will come in, he'll be able to repair and fix the damages that have been occurred, so it's going to be a fix. It's like, but it's never going to be ever the way it is right now, ever.
Yep. Yeah.
And so this is a biblical event, a change in the world financial system, in the world as we know it. God's described to me as a new era in time.
Yeah.
Not a new financial era, a new era in time.
Yeah.
And so this is going to be something, you don't see it until you see it. And when you see it, don't be surprised if the market shut down for a couple of weeks. And when everything reopens, everything's repriced.
Yeah, you bet.
So it's gonna. So you're either you go to bed sleeping on the right side of the fence and then wake up on the correct side of the fence and be pleased and blessed, or you go to bed thinking everything's fine and wake up and realize it wasn't, and you're no longer blessed and you've made some horrendous decisions in your life. So to have no exposure to gold and silver, to have no exposure to cryptocurrencies, well, that's something that people have to personally decide.
Yeah, yeah. You know what, Bo? And folks, follow Bo. There's a link down here. You can go and subscribe to his stuff. One of the things that we're seeing in the news, I've been seeing in the news for the last week only, we've been talking about it for a couple of years, is a Jubilee. And it's funny because that's really kind of what we're talking about. And it is biblical. It's prophetic. And we appreciate you and your insight. Folks, I'm telling you, subscribe to his service because he gives you, it's enough information that it's compelling. And like he said, don't get financial advice. But man, if you're running around carrying all those eggs in one little basket called the banks, diversify, folks. You got to diversify in the stock market.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and actually also, since you mentioned, my website and you want to, promote that or at least, mention that, I'll create a promo code for you guys, December 49, DEC 49. Whoever of your subscribers or anybody listening to this want to plug that code in when you go to my website, that'll give you my cryptocurrency index at a 50% discount. So you can get a trial on it and you can, see what it's all about. But basically, what it provides specifically are cycle points. So we're going to see a powerful explosion for Bitcoin into January.
Yeah, yeah.
But then we're going to get a sharp crash because the powers that be are going to freak out and they're going to try to hammer it back down. So we're going to see some very big volatility coming in within the markets, both within gold, silver, and cryptocurrencies, specifically in cryptocurrencies because they're going to run like crazy. So there's a lot of volatility coming, but the key is to be able to get out near that top and then get back in on the pullback. And that's kind of what we do. We cycles, we have time points for highs and lows. And so right now we're waiting for the upcycle to resume because today, the 12th, per the cycle, I truly believe we are, give or take 24 or 48 hours. And if it's right on the money, then today would be right on the money, the 12th. Today should be the cycle low. I think it came in today at $7,072 on Bitcoin. That should be the final pullback, higher degree low. And then beginning as early as Friday or to Saturday or by Monday early next week, we should see some real strength on Bitcoin to the upside, and continuing next week as the equity markets do what? Begin to plunge next.
You bet.
Hey,
you bet.
And let me say this for my redneck buddies out there. There's a lot of timing services out there where people are trying to day trade and all this. That Bo's not doing a timing service of day trading. Basically Bo's showing you some more macro cycles, and yes, if you choose to, you can use those to try and be as markers of when you think about getting in and think about getting out. But it's not a day kind. So if you're thinking you're going to get a bunch of signals on your phone 3 times a day, this ain't it.
Right. It's not day trading. Who wants a day trade? You can't sleep with day trading. What you want is trend trading. Trend. And so be on the right side of the fence. Trade the trend. Wait until the very high comes in and then get out. But don't day trade it. So you can't sleep with that stuff.
Day traders, that's a myth. Most of them don't make any money unless they have some stuff over here where they can trade off chain with futures. And anyway, and I've talked about that in the education segment. So, but for those that are more trends and looking for the more established trends, this would be a great service for you. Well, Bo, thank you so much for your time, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. You guys are wonderful to speak with, and I'm excited actually for what's about to come to our world on the other end of it because I've been prepared. I know you guys are, considering what you're doing. While the crypto show, right. I hope your viewers truly listen to what you are talking about because it truly is going to be an epic world financial shift in cryptocurrencies. The reason they were created, I want to plug this, not for cryptos particularly, but why was crypto created? Because the global elite knew that the day of reckoning is coming. And if they didn't create cryptocurrencies, all the trillions of dollars that they've created would have to go into the one place that they don't want it to go, gold and silver. Yeah. And so cryptocurrencies create the Y factor where half will go into gold and silver and the other half will go into the cryptos. And they're going to try to pump more this way into the cryptos. And that's why cryptocurrency was created. But cryptocurrency, remember, was created by man.
Oh, yeah.
Gold and silver created by God. Yeah. Okay, so long term, you need to remember that.
Well, Bo, God bless you and your wife. Thank you. And we'll be in touch, through the holidays and everything. But let's get you back on mid-January.
Sure.
And we'll talk about
where we're at some more.
Yeah.
All right. Appreciate it.